my efficiency at work is just skyrocketed with the amount of work because I'm not I'm very open minded. I hear people out, but I just make a decision quickly. I voice clear, concise, articulate, getting things. And because of it, some of it is I'm not looking for anybody's approval. It's more information for them too. This is what I'm doing and stuff like that. So even work wise, it's just been, like I say, it's been great. I'm not afraid of conversations with anybody or anything right now, so to speak. Things that would have caused me anxiety before a little bit, and I would have thought about it and probably tried to wordsmith it a little bit before having the conversation. I'm not doing that at all. Even if it's a difficult conversation, it's a conversation that has to happen. And I charge into it head on and just deal with it. And most of the time, I've realized that what I made it out to be or what I would have thought it to be, it's not nearly as difficult or it doesn't go nearly as bad as what I was expecting it to. So all the way around, things are just going really pretty well. Well, and I know that I've noticed this too. I walk taller, I stand taller, everything that goes with it is just, like you say, I found my smile again all the time. My gut was telling me I was on the verge of change and probably change for a positive, but that was just my gut telling me. And then, like I say, I was just looking around and doing look, because I've been on this journey for so long and all of a sudden your name started coming up. So I start looking a little bit more and actually just coming to the point of realizing that it's kind of like, you know, right now, this is the change I believe that my gut was telling me was coming. This is what was about to come. And to me right now, it's been very freeing. What really shows is my being a leader right now at work. Even in the last week, the way I've taken the leadership role with the people on my team and interactions with other managers, other people I work with is kind of like, I am so comfortable being that leader. The confidence that comes with it. I just like the position I'm sitting. I now know I was always enough. I know that now.
Yeah.
And I know, and it's funny because I look at it now. I'd heard about being able to tell yourself, I'm enough. But adding on the piece of saying, I was always enough and I will always be enough, that was actually the key to finish it out to help me understand. Adding the additional, I was always enough and I always will be enough, that was the key to help me. When we first talked, I now understand why you were saying nothing against therapists. They have their place, they have what they do, but everything they do is so much on the conscious level. It's the subconscious, it's what's been put in the computer behind the scenes. That's the piece that I've realized they don't really touch it. That's the hardest part to change. It's the piece that's under the covers, it's the computer under the covers. And with your hypnosis, the meditation, teaching people the right way to meditate, that's the key to understanding and releasing. Well, that's why I think there's a big higher power because, like I said, before I found you, I was on the cusp of a change. I knew my gut was telling me something was coming, and I think somebody else was watching over my shoulder. And like you say, all it took, I stumbled across you in one way, shape, or form, and it was fate, meant to be. Well, and I'll admit, I expected change, but did I expect this much change this fast? No, I didn't expect it to be this fast. And this is great. I love the fact it happened this fast. It actually makes my life easier that it happened this quick. So this has been great.
Great.
And I'll admit what I like too is what helped me was before we did the actual hypnosis, you're telling me to properly managing the expectations. This isn't a magic bullet, so to speak. You know, so that helped me too with just managing the expectations and actually realizing I've gained what I've gained in just like you say, 3 short weeks. It's just amazing how much I've gained already. Actually, that's exactly it. I'm totally ecstatic with what I've done. And the key I've realized, and like you say, I haven't had to ask you a lot of questions. I've just been going through the process. You guys gave me the tools, and I've just been using the tools, and I take it step by step as we go through this process. And it's just amazing what you do the process, you follow the steps, it works. You know, you just got to go and I look at it like a vacation. You go in it with the right mindset, it's going to be as much fun as you make it. It's all about a mindset. Go in with the right mindset, and it's going to work out. But this has worked out better than I ever thought it would for this short amount of time. So the way I look at it, I now understand where you say, even in the future, you've set me up with the tools where even in the future, 5 years down the road, if you get away from it, pick the tools back up, start again. I've got the tools. It's just pick the tools. You know, if you stop using them, pick the tools up and just go back to the process. It works. Just follow the process. But now I'm getting a better understanding why, like you say, you get past that hypnosis, and it's amazing. It can be like a light switch. I now see where he was coming from. But it like you say, it's amazing that it's amazing that it happened that fast. And all it was, and like, you know, I'm very aware. There was a lot of things I was aware of, but like you say, till the hypnosis and we got down into the nitty gritty, you know, you really dive in there. It's still amazing what you're not aware of. Once I'm aware, it's easy to fix once you're aware of it. It's just amazing. You just got to be aware of it. As I've gone on day by day, I've come to realize I'm not thinking about the past nearly as much as I would have in the past and things that have happened and kind of overthinking it. I want to learn what I need to learn from something. But by the same token, I'm not living in the past the way I was before. And I find myself not planning as much ahead into the future either. I plan ahead what I need to plan ahead, but I'm just trying to live in the moment. And by doing it that way, like you say, the stress is so much easier when I take it, it comes to me, I take it, I deal with it, and I just move on. Well, I think the reason is like you say, is okay, I understand what's happened in the past now. Why? But it doesn't matter anymore. In reality, to me, it doesn't matter anymore. I've kind of let it go. It doesn't matter. I just deal with things as it comes to me. I deal with things open-minded. I guess I feel like I'm not using what's happened to me in the past, something that happened. I'm not using that to determine what happens in the future or how I respond to things in the future. I take each moment for what it is and I respond to it appropriately for what it is at that moment in time. Every situation is different. And now I just focus on what's happening this moment in time versus that happened in the past. I don't feel I'm bringing that forward with me anymore. I take each moment as it happens now and deal with each moment as it's a unique moment. And thank you with the meditation, with what helps me now get into meditation easier is like you talk about with looking up at your eyebrows and actually, you know, and focus on the breath to begin with. And it's amazing how everything else kind of is at that point in my mind can kind of melt away and it puts me where I need to be. So the meditations have gotten so much better. They felt so much more meaningful, or I seem to be breaking through very well just with that key little trick.